The electron transport chain literally just works as a series of redox reactions. Right here is the phosphobilayer of the mitochondria. This is the intermembrane space, and this is the mitochondria matrix. So, NADH oxidizes, donating 2 electrons to protein 1. The oxidation of NADH is exergonic, meaning it releases energy. That energy is then used to fuel the endergonic reaction of the hydrogen atom, moving it outside into the intermembrane space. That is what energy coupling is. So, protein 1 still contains those 2 electrons. Those electrons move into this enzyme right here because this enzyme has a higher affinity for electrons than protein 1. So, those electrons move to this protein here. Same thing happens in protein 2. FADH oxidizes, donating its electrons to protein 2. However, the oxidation of FADH2 does not release the sufficient amount of energy to pump a hydrogen atom outside into the intermembrane space. So those 2 electrons also go towards this enzyme right here. And this enzyme is able to move across between the phosphobilayer of the mitochondria. So this enzyme goes down towards protein 3, oxidizes, therefore reducing protein 3, and that releases enough energy to move a hydrogen atom outside into the intermembrane space. This continues. Protein 3 oxidizes, reducing this enzyme here, and again oxidizes, therefore reducing protein 4, getting enough energy to release a hydrogen atom from the intermembrane space, or from the mitochondrial matrix into the intermembrane space. However, that's a last stop for the electrons. The electrons are then joined out or inside into the mitochondrial matrix, joined by 1/2 of O2 plus 2 hydrogen atoms, and are becoming a product of 2 water molecules. So that whole reaction, or all those reactions, that's why the electron transport chain is seen as a stairway. Each stairway, or each step, has a higher affinity for electrons than the last. So let's say each step is a new protein. So as the electrons move down the stairs, the first step oxidizes, giving its electrons to the next step because this has a higher affinity for electrons.